Careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome once again to the program Stewardship Live from the studios of River State Television, Channel 22, Port Harcourt. But just before we begin, as usual, let's have my take. In less than a week from now, Nigeria will celebrate her 58th independence anniversary. The question is, what has Nigeria got to show for this period of self-rule? We have the federal government, the state governments, and the local governments. Each tier of government is superintended by a chief executive. For the federal, we have the president, the state governor superintend over the states, and the chairman superintend over the local government councils. Is there a relationship between the government and the governed at the local government level? Who holds the local government accountable, local government chairman accountable? What is the standard measure for performance? In today's program, we shall be looking at Nigeria at 58, performance level of the local government administration in Nigeria. Joining me live in the studio to throw more light on this local government, joining me live to throw more light on the local government administration are two gentlemen of inestimable value in the same business of local government administration. First is a man who began his educational career at State School 1, Bennett Carr, and Government Secondary School, Ogu, for his primary and secondary schools. He later attended River State University, where he obtained a BSc degree in management science. He is also a recipient of a PGD in Peace Studies and Conflict Resolution from the National Open University of Nigeria, NOUN. He had a rewarding experience when he worked meritoriously at the Port Harcourt Flour Mills. Former Vice Chairman of National Union of Food, Beverages and Tobacco Employees at the Port Harcourt branch, he was the owner and CEO of Uncle Phil and Sons. Joined the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in 2004 and had since served as 8th State Assistant Organizing Secretary, a philanthropist and a recipient of many awards and grassroots mobilizer. He is the chairman of OKIRIKA local government area, Chief Honorable PHILEMON IWOLOMA KINGOLI, JP. Also with me in the studio is an OPOBO son born 54 years ago and holder of HND in accounting, PGD in business administration, MBA in banking and finance from the River State University, Port Harcourt. He served as PDP World Chairman in OPOBO NKORO local government area between 2013 to 2018. He is now the Executive Chairman of OPOBO NKORO local government area, Honorable Eugene Joshua JAJA. You can join us on this conversation by dialing the numbers 0033413360 or send text messages only to 081-725-23884. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Chairman of OPOBO local government area. And Chief Kingoli, thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you for
Now, let's reflect a little bit on the Nigerian independence, 58 years down the line, nationhood. How has the local government administration fared within this period of time? First, to OPOBO NKORO local government chairman.
Well, we thank God for being here today to express our minds concerning the country and particularly our state. I think Nigeria is moving forward, no matter how you look at it, because at least we are still one Nigeria, and we are trying to be one. We are still trying to be one, despite all odds. And I believe that things will definitely turn around to better, because even though it's not too well now, but I believe in no distant time, things will be okay.
Chief Kingoli, 58 years of nationhood, how has it, third tier of government fared to you?
Okay. Again, thank you for inviting me to your program. It's like this one is an independent program for us.
That's okay.
Nigeria as a country, like my colleague has just said, have done fair well. We would have done better, especially these past 3 years, if not for the total mismanagement of our economy. You can agree with me that before these 3 years, before 2015, the Nigerian economy was doing very well until the change of government, and that mistakenly deceived us with so many promises. And some of our people got deceived and voted wrongly. If not for these 3 years, I think we will still bear that name, Giants of Africa.
Giants of Africa.
Yes.
Are we truly Giants of Africa? That's a question of the
we
were.
Yes, we were.
Okay. All right. That's a good beginning. Mr. Chairman, OKIRIKA Local Government Chairman, let me come to you again. You have quite garnered a lot of experience as a politician. You have been in politics for quite some time. When we read your profile, we saw that you even functioned as Assistant Organizing Secretary of the PDP as at the time. Now, having gathered this experience, what do you think the people really want from a local government chairman? What do you think the people really want?
Okay. My experience as a local government chairman or as a politician,
Both.
generally, as a politician and as a politician that wants to serve, the first thing the people want is love for them. You love your people. The moment you love your people, you get everything in place. Because you love them, you feel their pains. You know when to do the right thing for them. You know when they don't want this and they don't want that, like we are doing now. In Rivers State, we have a governor that loves his people. So it extends to we, the presently elected chairman. You have a love for your people. You know what your people want at the time they want it. You know what is right for them. You don't deceive them with promises, fake promises. You tell them you will do this. You try and do what you've told them you will do. Those are basically, the moment you have love for your people, the people you are serving, everything falls in place. Yeah.
Chief Kingoli, do you reside in OKIRIKA Local Government area as chairman, or you operate from Port Harcourt?
I reside in OKIRIKA Local Government area. Okay. That is the more reason why I feel the pain of my people. When they feel pain, I feel pain.
Okay.
So, if you don't reside with your people, you don't know what's happening. Because I reside with them, I was born in OKIRIKA, bred up in OKIRIKA, moved to Port Harcourt for just school, and basically I've been living in OKIRIKA. So I do my things on OKIRIKA. I know what my people want.
Okay, let's turn to EUGENE JAJA, Chairman of OPOBO NKORO Local Government Area. What do you think the people actually want from a local government chairman?
Well, just like my colleague has said, they need love, show them love, and in addition, you must show that you also care for them. Caring means providing their heart desire, like our amiable governor have been doing. In the local area, the impact of government is shown in all respects. And that shows the love and care the governor have for them. And this being in place, the people are encouraged, the people are happy, and they are ready to support the governor to any level.
Okay, oftentimes governments have milestones which forms as an indices to measure the level of performance. What would you say are your milestones?
As a local government?
Yes.
Before I came in, during my campaign period, I gave my people 4 points agenda. And these are infrastructural development, health, security, and human capital development. These are the things that we have put before them if I'm offered the opportunity to serve them. And I think by God's grace, they have a standard by that, and I've been following that standard by making sure that those necessary infrastructures, in terms of health facilities, those the conducive atmosphere, in terms of security, are being maintained and given to them. And in Opobo today, they are happy. They are happy with me and happy with the government.
Chief KINGOLI, what milestones have you set for yourself as chairman of OKIRIKA local government area?
Okay, like my electionary...
Simply put, your points of agenda.
Yes. Like when I vyed for this position as elected, being a local government chairman, I came up with a program that I wanted to, Rivers' new vision, new Rivers vision of our local council governor. So I told them I wanted to consolidate Rivers' new vision in OKIRIKA. You can agree with me that the Rivers' new vision is a real.
In other words, you want to replicate them in OKIRIKA?
Yes, and that is what I am doing now.
So how much of it have we seen? Or have the people seen?
Yes, I think when we came in, we started with education.
Okay.
Initially, OKIRIKA used to be, in the old Rivers State, OKIRIKA used to be it's among the first 5 local governments when you talk about education. It's rated very high, but no time it dropped to a certain standard. So that I want to bring up again. So we came in, we started, with the GC, free GC forms, pay for GC students to take GC. We had preparatory classes for GC. Right now, as I told you, we are working towards, we don't have a jam center in OKIRIKA, which is too bad.
Want to bring one?
Yes, we're working towards bringing one back to OKIRIKA.
How soon will that be? How soon will that be?
I think the jam is coming up next year, I think between March, April.
Okay.
I think before then, by December, I should be able to say how far we've gone. We're just putting, things in place. By December, I'm sure we'll be set for,
now OKIRIKA
center in OKIRIKA.
local.
Then besides that, we went into infrastructure. It's so unfortunate that you people did not. I think when you invited me, I asked you to come down so that you can for yourself see certain things, take clips of them.
We can invite us after this program. We'll come with you.
So if you had come, you would have seen, what is going on.
Okay.
In OKIRIKA. We have, roads, not, like I said, bringing up the new vision of the governor. When the governor was a local government chairman, I think he was the first local government chairman that started doing side road with asphalt. So that is what I want to do in OKIRIKA, and that's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much of it have you done? How much kilometers have you?
Yeah, right now we're working on a road of about 400 meters. We don't have very long roads in OKIRIKA. We're working on a road of 400 meters. This morning when I went for inspection, it was about 70%. I think by next week we should be done with that road. We're working on drainages and other things.
Now, Chairman OPOBO NKORO local government area, the governor seemed to have so much interest in your senatorial district. I'm talking about the River Southeast. There we have the construction of the Bodo Road and all that. Now, why the attraction? Why do you think the governor has so much interest in your senatorial district? Why the attraction?
Well, the governor is not making any mistake because, one, OPOBO especially have the former gubernatorial candidate of APC.
Okay.
And so he's looking up to us to see how his supporters can actually, the extent they can support him. Whether they will be there answering his supporters and yet the opposition will take over. So you should be interested. Then secondly, without being told, that the national chairman of PDP is from that senatorial district.
Okay.
Prince, which is second district.
Okay.
And so you should be interested to see the performance of these local government in these senatorial districts. And so you should be interested not only on the national chairman, but particularly in OPOBO. He wants to see how supportive we are to him. And having seen what is on ground, I have no doubt that the OPOBO people is solidly behind the governor of the state. And they will follow him to the extent of returning him back to power.
Well, that's interesting. We'll take a quick break and then return back to the live studio to continue with this special Italy program on the program Stewardship. Don't go away. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. If you have just joined us, you're on to the live studios of RSTV Channel 22 Port Harcourt, and the program is Stewardship. My guests are Chief Honorable PHILEMON IWOLOMA KINGOLI, JP, Chairman, OKIRIKA Local Government Area, and also I have Honorable EUGENE Joshua JAJA, he is the Chairman of OPOBO NKORO Local Government Area, here doing justice to what they know best, local government administration. Mr. Chairman of OPOBO NKORO Local Government Area, Labour is asking for 65,000 naira minimum wage, and local governments have always complained of paucity of funds, poor allocation. How feasible is this if eventually Labour and government agree to pay 65,000 naira? Can the local government carry it?
Well, we have to be frank in this area because whatever decision they take will actually trickle down to the local government. And it's going, in these circumstances, it's not going to be palatable. Well, I like increment, but an increment that cannot be achieved may not be possible. So the problem I know is at hand is because we lack infrastructure to provide those things that are required by the citizenry. That is why we keep on asking of increment in salary. To me as a person, I don't think increment in salary in this country is the solution we have. We need infrastructure. We need employment. Companies to be opened up so that there will be employment for our people. And that we can do only when we have a good administration. And so presently, if you ask me the increment in minimum wage, I don't think that is the solution, because if we increase salary now, it also means that we will continue to increase and still we will not arrive at the expected end.
If salaries are increased, allocations to local government should also increase.
Should also increase.
Chairman of OKIRIKA Local, what's your take on it?
Yeah, like he has said, first of all, if you increase the salary of workers, it means we'll have more allocation. Because presently, as it is now, even with the salary wages we have in the local governments, it's tough. After the salary you pay, the salary, then your other bills, you find out that we barely have money for development of local government. So talking about increment, I don't know how we're going to do it, especially in a time when some states, we know many of the states right now owing their workers. We are lucky for Rivers State. our governor, has lived up to his expectation. We're not owing our workers, they are paid up to date. We still have some states that cannot meet up. Unless we still go back to what we've been asking for, restructuring. It will call for restructuring again. And so if we restructure, you earn the means to pay your people in your state. I think that should be the way forward.
Chairman OKIRIKA local government area, you're aware that OKIRIKA local government area is predominantly made up of fishermen.
Yes.
And local government is supposed to be closest arm of government to the people. What efforts have you put in place to help the fishermen do well in their trade?
Okay. We are fishermen, like you call us. Although that was
The predominant occupation.
Yes.
Traditionally.
Traditional occupation, yes. Fishermen. And right now, you know how the rivers and the sea is. Although, in terms of security, it is better. It was not like this, when we came in. It's better now. Initially, our fishermen even hardly go out again for fishing. But of lately, they've started going out. We still have the issue of, pollution that is affecting, generally the whole river area. It's not only, like the OGENE area that they were looking at. It affects all of us.
Any plans to buy nets and other implements, fishing equipment for them?
I'm coming. Let me arrive.
Okay.
That is, secondly. The first is, you take care of the pollution. And of lately, it is better because, the governor has beefed up security, even in the waterways. So you find out that you hardly hear of piracy on the seaways again. When you talk about piracy, it's not just the travelers, even the fishermen get affected. So it is better now. But for my local government, of lately, I think about 3 weeks ago, I had a meeting with some of the fishermen. We have, in everything they play politics. And right now, I have two groups. I'm trying to merge them so that we can sit down and talk and look for a way forward. Definitely we'll do things for them. We'll do things, like we provide boats, we provide nets, after we must have, worked out every modalities. That we will do for them. It's part of my, it's in my diary. I call it my diary.
Okay.
That I should do this for them.
We will take some calls after now, but Chairman, OPOBO NKORO local government area, when you mention OPOBO NKORO, what quickly comes to mind is the Unity Bridge. How has the Unity Bridge impacted on the socio-economic life of the ordinary OPOBO NKORO man?
First and foremost, I want to thank the governor for even taking that bold step. Because what our son cannot do, himself from Ikwere has done it. To that, so I'm talking to you, even though the road is not completed, people are happy, and they're even driving into Opobo. And so, I cannot overemphasize the importance of that road. One, the people are happy, which is basic. Secondly, there will be technical job provided. Those who are artisans we have there will have a job. By the advent of that road, if you are into mechanic, you have a job. If you are into auto electrician, you have a job, and many others. And so,
Chairman, sorry, you will continue with that thought. Let's just take this call. Oh, we missed the call. You may continue. We'll begin to take calls now so that the public can participate alongside with us. Yes, Unity Bridge. Yes, the call has come again. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You may say your name and then tell us where you're calling from.
My name is Nsane Patrick.
Nsane Patrick, calling from where?
Calling from Thai local government.
Yes, what's your contribution or question, please?
The man has just concluded a speech now. You ask him a question, instead of the process, the question is comparing where pollution.
Who are you talking about? Is it Chairman of OKIRIKA or Chairman of OPOBO?
Chairman of OKIRIKA local government.
What are you saying?
You ask him a question, and instead of to answer your question.
What was the question? What was the question? Yes, Mr. Chairman, you were talking about the benefits of the Unity
Yes,
Bridge.
yes. So despite the fact that you can drive into OPOBO, artisans, those who have trades can also participate. In fact, OPOBO will be a rallying point for every other communities that are around us. Today in OPOBO.
Hello, good afternoon, sorry. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, may we know who's calling and where you're calling from, please?
My name is Abiy, calling from Ogubolo local
Abiy calling from Ogubolo local government. Yes, go ahead.
specifically in LA community.
LA community.
What people are
But
talking
we
about.
don't have Ogubolo local government chairman here. We have OKIRIKA, mind you.
Okay. Can I give my take?
Please go on.
Okay. I want to say something concerning our independence, concerning Nigeria. For me, I would say Nigeria is not where she ought to be, because our leaders are not where they ought to be. That is the reason. When I say that, what am I meaning?
Thank you.
That our leaders are not working the way they ought to work. That is the reason why the nation is not going forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abiy. Thank you. Yes. You may respond to what you just said. Is that leadership problem?
Yes, exactly.
That's why our country is not doing well.
We have said so. It's not where it's supposed to be. One thing is sure, we are one Nigeria still. At least it's a step forward. That's what I mean. And even though there's still hope for Nigeria, the problem we have is leadership. And when that is taken care of.
Let's take this call again. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Who are we on to, please? Bridget, please tell us where you're calling from and make your contributions or ask your questions.
I'm calling from the local government, especially
Okay?
Please, I don't know what happened with our road.
Madam, that's out of point. We're not discussing road and the Che. We don't have a Che local government chairman here. Thank you. Thank you. You may wait until we bring in the chairman from a Che, and then he can respond to some of these questions. Let's look at empowerment. First, Chief KINGOLI, what deliberate efforts have you put on ground to meaningfully engage the youth of OKIRIKA people as it affects their economic life?
Okay. Our government is barely.
But just before you go on with that thought, we promised the public that we're going to take more of their calls. So let's just give them that opportunity. We lost that call. You may continue, Chief KINGOLI.
Okay. We're in government, barely 3 months now. And within this period, we've been trying to build.
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. May we know you and then where you're calling from? Your questions or contributions? You say your name is what? Your name is what, please? Fine country from? From Abia State, yes?
I want to ask a question to the honorable.
Which of the honorables?
The one that says he's working in the road.
The one that what?
Work road.
Which of them? We have the OPOBO NKORO local government chairman as well as the OKIRIKA local government chairman. Which of them are you direct?
Local government chairman.
Both of them are local government chairmen. Please. Go on. Go on. Go on.
You say, I want to ask him a question.
Go on. Go on.
You asking about the efforts we have about his youth.
Okay. Okay.
So I want to ask him if he is really true to give the youth what they want, or he just want to promise and
Talking about this empowerment, just before we do that call. What can you say about it?
Okay, we've put mercenaries in place into skills acquisition, besides that, as I talk to you now, I have youths that were giving soft loans to go into petty trade.
Trading.
We've started with the first batch, but we have issues of mix-up of names. You know, some people, you know, the state government is doing its own empowerment. I want a situation where if you're benefiting from that of the state government, you don't benefit from the one of the local government. So right now we are working on the names to see get these things first. And we started, we've done the first batch of empowerment, not that
How much loan do you intend to give to the people?
Depending on the kind of business you do, can go as far as between 50 30 traders.
Okay, we'll continue with that thought. Let's quickly take this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. May we know you and then where you're calling from, or your questions, and then, or whatever remarks you want to make?
Yeah, I'm calling from Oyibo.
Yes, go on.
Yes, I want to.
What's your name? What's your name, please?
My name is Gift.
Gift, calling from Oyigbo.
Yes, I want to recommend the chairman of the OPOBO.
Okay?
You see, that's something I want to tell the chairman. If you know what he can do to empower you, for you, he has to just leader to empower them. Likewise, my local government, my chairman is not doing anything.
Thank you. Gift, Mr. Chairman will quickly respond to that question. Yes, empowering the youth, just as the OKIRIKA, your colleague, chairman, was talking about some programs he has put on ground. Yes. But just before you take that question, let's take this call again. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yes,
Yeah, may we meet you and where you are calling from, please?
I'm calling from OPOBO town.
OPOBO Town.
I'm calling from OPOBO town.
What's your name, please?
I'm calling from OPOBO town.
Sorry?
Yeah,
What's your name, please?
I am
Best man. Opusunju, best man Opusunju. Yes, go on, please. Go on, best man. I heard you loud and clear. Opusunju, best man. Go on, please.
Yes, I want to ask the chairman what. Yes, I want to confirm from the chairman what does he have about what is the chairman to do about the.
Oh, best man Opusunju, we barely can hear you. You're,
That we are thinking about how you can renovate it at the OPOBO Hotel.
renovate what? OPOBO what?
The OPOBO Hotel.
OPOBO Hotel. Thank you so much. Thank you.
OPOBO Hotel, yes.
Yeah, Opusunju, we heard you clear. The chairman will respond quickly to that. OPOBO Hotel.
Yeah.
What did he say? OPOBO
OPOBO hotels.
Hotels,
We have
yes.
a hotel,
Okay.
OPOBO.
Owned by the government, the
Owned
state,
by the, built by the
local government. Okay. It's moribund?
No, we is still functional, but the only thing is that we need to put some touches in it. Like,
How fast will that be?
like
The
as we
people are
talking,
worried. Yes.
The water is not working there, and as I'm talking to you, I've just sent somebody to check the water and make sure that things start working there in terms of water. Then we also have a situation where the paintings are not too okay, and we are making that arrangement. By December, when people will be coming home, they will have a very fantastic place to stay.
It's okay. It's okay. Just before that call, we asked about empowerment of the youth, and you were making some comments. Could you throw more light on it?
Actually, empowerment this period is of two sides. While the state government, through our amiable government, is making some steps, we, the local government level, also making some steps. We must have heard that the state government is empowering about 1,200 that is to be paid by the local government. And we too, as a local government, we are not only depending on that, we have also empowered some youth by letting them serve under the present dispensation. And by doing that, they are being compensated in one way or the other. We also have a plan to ensure that the youths in the area are being trained in one arts or the other, so that they will have a sustainable means of livelihood. And putting all this together, I think by the next 1 year, the youth of OPOBO will be in a good standing.
Mr. Chairman, just before we go on final break on this program, how close are you to your people? Do you reside in OPOBO town, or you stay in Port Harcourt to govern OPOBO local government area?
Actually, I stay in OPOBO, only that intermittently I have to rush down to almost every other day. I rush down to Port Harcourt to make sure that I attend to some other official matters, so that our local government can always run smoothly. Okay. Well, that's it. We'll take another short break again, and then we'll come back for the concluding segment of the program's Stewardship here in RSTV, Channel 22, Port Harcourt. Please don't go away. Stewardship with SNB. The careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care is called stewardship. Watch Stewardship with SNB on RSTV. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. Well, welcome back once again to the program Stewardship here in RSTV, Channel 22, Port Harcourt. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid, and my guest is Chief Honorable PHILEMON IWOLOMA KINGOLI, Chairman, OKIRIKA Local Government Area. I also have with me in the live studio the Chairman of OPOBO NKORO Local Government Area, Honorable EUGENE Joshua JAJA. Thank you, gentlemen, for staying with us throughout the 1 hour program. It's really not easy. Thank you.
Now let's look at 2019 election, just around the corner. And OKIRIKA Local Government Area is one of the local government areas that have benefited immensely from the present administration. What are you giving back in 2019 to the governor?
Oh, you've just mentioned it. The OKIRIKA local government area is one of the local government.
So what are you
benefited?
Yes.
Now, for somebody to have benefited so much, what do you give back? It's thank you. The thank you is, voting the governor back for the second time. For OKIRIKA, we have projects like the General Hospital. General Hospital of OKIRIKA was built like 1950, about before even I was born. And this is the first time it's having a proper facelift. You can go, you see for yourself. So with that project, we're not going to talk about the water that he has not come to commission. That the first year in office, the governor is doing like 2 years now instead of 3 years. He had 1 year just, going to court and
litigations.
Yes. Now for these 2 years, he has done so much. The first year he did the water, pipe-borne water with test run is running, but has not been commissioned. Jetty, the one he commissioned first, he gave it very fine facelift, renovated, and if you come to OKIRIKA now, you see the jetty, looking very, very, very nice. But recently, in my first 3 days in office, I was the first chairman that received the governor. Came to commission Okochiri internal roads. You can remember, you've been in the media for long. You can remember what they used to call Okochiri. What the former governor called Okochiri. That Okochiri is an evil forest. And now you can imagine,
it's transformed now.
Yes, you can imagine what another man called evil forest. Another man has turned into an urban area. So the man has done so well for the OKIRIKA people. All we need, look, if you are an OKIRIKA man and you refuse voting for Wike, you committed, you're a sinner for me. Because, you see, this man has done so much for us. We've gotten 3 new stools. 4. One without,
traditional
stools. Well, we have the Amayamba of
Okochiri.
Okochiri,
Second class.
the Amayamba of Kirike, Amayamba of Konyama, and the upliftment of the Ogoloma stool to first class.
Okay.
So what more do we want from this man? For the Ogoloma stool, it's something we've been begging for years.
And you never got
And
it.
they've been playing politics with it. Especially, the past government. There's so much politics with it. They'll come and tell you, a governor that will uplift your stool will tell you, oh, your people does not want it. Hey, if I do it, they will go to court. If I do it, there'll be war in OKIRIKA. Like that. That the governor did it just one day. So what do we, the payback is Wike, you're going again for OKIRIKA people. We don't have any other thing to pay back than to vote in.
Okay. Let's turn to the chairman of OPOBO NKORO local government area, Honorable Eugene Joshua JAJA. Mr. Chairman, you are chairman of OPOBO NKORO local government. And then Wike, the Governor Wike, has done so much for the OPOBO people, as you rightly mentioned here too a while ago. But there's a cliche that has it, that blood is thicker than water. A key member of the opposition is from your local government area. And 2019 is around the corner. What is the guarantee that the governor will clinch victory in OPOBO local government area?
Well, I agree that blood is thicker than water, but not in this case. This is an exception. Exception in the case that, in the sense that the evidence is clear. The witnesses are on ground. That Wike or the OPOBO people should return Wike to government house come 2019 is undisputable because of what is on ground. First and foremost, I mentioned the Unity Road. Secondly, talk about the hospital in OPOBO that has already undergone serious renovation. Also, talk of the water, the UN water scheme, which without the governor, nothing would have been done up till now.
Yeah.
But the governor, through his support, brought in the presence of this UN, and the water is going as fast as possible, the work. Talk of the traditional stool. We know that before now, the traditional stool of OPOBO was about to be relegated by the former governor. But today, the Amayamba of OPOBO is the chairman of Council of Chiefs, traditional rulers in the state. Which, how can we pay him back? Do we give him money? No. Do we buy car for him? No. And so we are determined to bring him back to government house with all our votes. Thank you.
Chief Kingoli, you are one of your closest neighbors are the Calabaris. You are aware?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the opposition, some sections of the opposition are rooting for a Calabari governor. What is your take on that?
Okay. The opposition, rooting for a Calabari.
Given what the governor has done for Rivers people.
Okay. It depends on which of the Calabari people needs a Calabari man. I don't think the Calabaris has come down to the seat and agree on a Calabari candidate. As my neighbors and as somebody that interact with them, I know more of the Calabari people. 90% of the Calabari people wants Wike back. That I know. 90% of them wants Wike back. You've gone to, I hope you're from Calabari too.
Go on.
You go to.
It doesn't matter where I'm from. I'm a Rivers man. Go on.
You go to your Calabari areas and see what the man is doing for you people. And you will say you bring somebody from, particularly even that Calabari man, a businessman from Lagos that you don't even know, who come and say he wants to be governor of Rivers State because he has a former business partner that was a former governor. It's not done like that. Politics is not played like that. You do well, your people know you do well. They pay you back with going back to the government house again. Wike has done well. I don't think any Calabari man will want to cast his vote. Any right-thinking Calabari man will want to cast his vote for, what's his name?
I don't know his name. You know his name.
I cannot remember his name.
Okay. It's okay. Let's take another round of questions. This question is for both of you too. In the past, Rivers State used to be a one-party thing. one party controls. But now there seem to be pockets of opposition. And then the opposition is hinging, the opposition feels that the federal power, federal might, can help them, do what they can do or what they know best to do. How prepared is your party? Because both of you are party men. How prepared is your party to, meet them squarely when they use the federal might to want to install themselves? First, to OPOBO NKORO.
Well, first and foremost, you made a remark that Rivers State used to be one party. But a situation where you wake up one morning and somebody out there wants to drag you by the nose across where you don't expect to be, you have to resist. And that is where we are today. And that is not democracy. You allow the people to make their choice. The former governor wanted to drag the Rivers people to where they don't want to go. And so there was that is why the resistance. And we are standing by the PDP. If when Jonathan was there, he supported people to remove Jonathan. So why must a true Rivers man be happy over it and join him? It's not possible. Jonathan is our son. We contributed to his being there. And so he has taken the former governor has taken his decision and must not drag anybody into it. So I don't see any reason why we must join him because of his maybe personal ambition.
Let's hear from Chief Kingoli, Chairman of OKIRIKA Local Government Area.
The scenario has not changed. It's still, Rivers State is still PDP. I tell you, if we'll be frank with ourselves, the former governor, I know sometimes when he sits in his house, he'll be commending the present governor for good performance. That I know in his heart, even if he does not say it out. Now, you left a state that you saw how the state was when Wike came in. And you see how the state is now. And you're telling me, there is still opposition. Like you mentioned, the opposition is maybe the federal government and not in the state. But for the federal government opposition, we still have God on our side. The way, it happened before, it will still happen again. God is still on our side. With the masses on our side and God on our side, we'll come out victoriously again.
Okay, to Chairman of OPOBO NKORO, which of the projects embarked upon by the government in your local government area has the most direct impact in the life of the people, as you know it?
Well, I would like to say all, but to be specific, the road and the hospital.
Okay.
It will have a great impact. Because earlier before now, you will not believe that when anybody from OPOBO is seriously sick, is taken to another state for him to have a hospital attention.
Okay.
But with the advent of this hospital, well renovated, we don't have need for that to go to another state to have treatment.
Okay.
Then talking of the road, like I've said earlier, so many economic importance that the OPOBO man can drive to his town now. I think history will never forget.
Okay.
And it will remain as long as lives last.
Let's hear from Chief Kingoli. What are those projects you know that has most impact in the life of OKIRIKA people?
Okay. They say health is wealth.
Okay.
The general hospital, like I mentioned, was the only hospital between OKIRIKA, Eleme, I think the former OKIRIKA Eleme local government. That was the general hospital serving all of us then. And I mentioned it wasn't touched for a very long time until now. I think that one, will serve as a most touching program to our people. But again, the Okochiri Road, internal roads, you go to Okochiri now, it's places, so you need to go there at night and see for yourself. With good street lights, you begin to wonder, where are you? you think you are in one, reserved area of Port Harcourt. So generally, when I talk about the stools he created for us that has brought so much peace to our people. Then we are wrangling for, I want to be this, I want to be that. Now we have peace because the line has been drawn, this is for this is for that, like that. So he has affected us with every project he does in Africa.
Okay, Chairman of NKORO local government area, cast your mind back to Osun State last Saturday when they went to polls. Records have it that about 3,000 to 4,000 votes were voided because of, the voters did not know where and what to thumbprint on, and some of them were voided. How much compliance do you have? I mean, PVC collection compliance do you have in your local government area to avoid a repetition of what happened at Osun come 2019?
Talking of voters' education, I would want to say that last election I was involved in house-to-house a campaign, and we know how we were able to reach our people, and that we will do, and we have started doing in our local government. And so, coming to what happened to Osun State, where you have well-educated and enlightened voters, such mistake will never occur.
Of course, yes.
And I don't foresee such situation coming up in OPOBO. And we are
what's the compliance level? PVC collection?
We have about 85% collection of PVC.
What's your voting strength?
Our voting strength is at 2015 is at 35,000, but now I think it should be approaching 50,000.
Okay. Mr. Chairman of Okrika local government area, compliance level of PVC collection in Okrika to avoid what happened in Osun.
Okay,
yeah.
Like in Okrika we had the voting strength then was between 60, about above 60,000. Now we're above 80. We're close to 100. But for the voters' enlightenment and compliance, it's been very fine. It's been very fine. The time we send information to our people to go and pick up their PVCs. When the registration was going on to, they go for registration. We're even doing it, in the wards and in the units. And I think we're even working out, and the collection of PVCs, I think, is still on.
Yeah, it is.
Worked out where they will go and collect the PVCs in the unit. We're begging INEC to shift, to the wards where people can come easily and pick up their PVCs. We are still on it, but it's impressive. It's impressive.
Honorable JAJA, what would you say is their toughest moment as chairman of OPOBO NKORO local government area?
Yeah, the toughest moment, OPOBO was an island, and it's only when you have rules when you can be sure of national grid. So the toughest moment is where we don't have light, and the council is trying as much as possible to make sure that light is sustained. Even though presently our generator is broken down, but work is going on. Before Tuesday, Wednesday, light will be installed. And so under that circumstances, chairman will never have a rest.
Okay, this may be one of our last callers. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon. May we know your name and where you're calling from, please?
My name is Divine. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Divine calling from Port Harcourt. Yes, I have with me here in the studio Chairman OPOBO NKORO local government area and that of his Okrika local government area counterpart.
Okay.
Yes.
And I want to ask you a question.
Go on, please.
The reason why he doesn't come to work and he doesn't come to OPOBO, but he will say
Please, you may limit yourself to the issues where we're here. We're here to discuss Nigeria at 58 and what is the role of the local government in the life of the people they serve. Nothing more, nothing less. Chairman, OKIRIKA local government area, what is your toughest challenge in course of doing your job?
Okay. As a chairman, I have not actually had any serious challenges, except for the challenges that I cannot, as a chairman, handle, that are beyond the limits of local government chairman. Like my colleague mentioned, we have this problem of power. The power situation in OKIRIKA is very, very poor. I think I've had meeting twice with the PHED. Sometimes they come up with their estimated bill, unnecessary bills that sometimes you're surprised, how come you're owing this much? But we are still working on it. They promise they will improve on that. Except for that, we don't have any very serious challenge. Another one is the general challenge of that is a national problem. Poverty.
So people throng your office for the daily basis.
Generally, the country, like I mentioned.
But don't you think that's one of the reasons why you are there? You need to cushion this effect of poverty by creating opportunities for the people.
Yes. Now, because when you, in a good economy, jobs are created easily. But when the economy is bad, you find out that it is impossible, very difficult for you to create jobs for your people. You try and but still we are on it. We are still trying, but all we are saying is the improvement of our economy. The right people to manage the economy. Good hands, right people, people that are capable. Not the present people.
Well, time is not on our side, so I'll just take one question each, and then we close the program. To Eugene Joshua JAJA, Chairman of OPOBO NKORO Local Government Area. Your people may want to hear from you what message you have for them come 2019, and of course, the plans you have for them, and to douse whatever tension amongst your people.
Well, the plan I have come 2019 is for the OPOBO people to vote massively for our governor, because without missing words, he has done marvelously well. And the plans I have for my people are very, very enormous, but within the financial resources, I will try as much as possible to fulfill whatever that I've made as a promise to during my campaign.
And to also bridge the gap between you and the government. Mr. Chairman of OKIRIKA Local Government Area.
Okay. For 2019, is Wiki continues.
Wiki continues.
Yes. We have a slogan, OKIRIKA say Wiki. So our people will go with that. Then I urge my people to still remain peaceful. OKIRIKA local government is known and rated the most peaceful local government in Rivers State. That you know too. And in a peaceful atmosphere, you can get whatever you want. The governor has done so well for us. We should remain peaceful, remain on his side while he does the remaining things we want him to do.
Okay. Well, that will be the size of our package on the program Stewardship today. I want to thank you so much for being a part of it. For those of you who called and conversed with us, I want to thank you. Without you, this program wouldn't have been there. And to my guest here in the studio, to my immediate right, I have Honorable Eugene Joshua JAJA, Chairman of OPOBO NKORO Local Government Area. Thank you so much for being a part of this program.
Thank you so much.
You may also say farewell to your people in OPOBO language.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Is that your OPOBO language?
Imelo.
To my far right, I have Honorable Eugene Joshua JAJA. Chief Honorable Philemon IWOLOMA KINGOLI, JP, Chairman, OKIRIKA Local Government Area. Your final message.
Thank you, and God bless OKIRIKA.
Thank you, and God bless OKIRIKA. Thank you so much for being a part of this program. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid. Join us again next week, Thursday, as we bring in new guests and bigger guests to be part of this program. From me and all of us here, bye-bye. Stewardship with SNB.